We bought a rig just last week down in Tulsa, the leather seats, but we forgot the map was old, and now we're lost, ain't that so bold? The toilet's blocked, don't you frown, spilling waste all over town. The engine sputters, ain't she sweet? This RV life's one big treat. Say hello to hidden trees, say goodbye to towing fees, knocking pipes, leaky roof, under stars, we're waterproof.
All right, let's dive into the world of hybrid RVs. You know those campers that give you the best of both worlds?
Yeah.
Travel, trailer comfort, but they've got the pop-up camper spirit, you know? Makes them perfect for those off-the-grid adventures.
We're going to break down why these things are getting so popular. And our guide for today is this awesome article. It's called The Ultimate Guide to Hybrid RV Camping, over at happyhybridcamper.com.
You know what's interesting about this whole hybrid RV thing? It's like it reflects how people travel these days. It's not just about going to places anymore. It's about the whole experience, you know? And these RVs, they're built for that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But before we get carried away, this article makes a good point. Choosing the right hybrid RV. You got to do some serious thinking first. What kind of camping are you picturing? Solo trips, family adventures, weekends, long hauls, it all matters.
Oh, yeah. It's more than just how many people you're bringing. Think about where you want to go. A rugged mountain trip needs a different RV than just cruising by the beach. Good point. And what about amenities? Are you a bare bones camper? Or do you need a full kitchen to, like, cook up gourmet meals on the road?
Exactly. You know, for me,
Yeah.
a decent coffee maker is a must-have.
Oh, totally. So you got to prioritize those needs.
Yeah, write them down now. It'll save you a headache later.
For sure. Speaking of later, when you're actually checking out models, the variety is crazy. The article mentions everything. Teardrop campers for solo travelers, to these massive layouts that can sleep a whole crew. It's easy to get lost.
It is. That's where research comes in. Online is your best bet. Check out manufacturer websites, RV marketplaces, focus on floor plans.
Floor plans, okay.
Yeah, you know those diagrams. They show you the layout, where the beds are, how they use the space. It's like peeking into life on the road.
Ooh, and those virtual tours, you can walk through the whole camper?
Absolutely. Don't just stick to one brand either. There's so much out there. Like Forest River, they're known for family-friendly layouts.
Yeah.
And then you have T-Tax-A Outdoors. They cater to more adventurous types.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, compare, see what fits.
Okay, this is all awesome. But before we get too carried away with the cool stuff, we got to talk about the practical things. Size and weight, especially for towing. Super important. You can't just hitch any RV to any vehicle, right?
No, definitely not. Your vehicle has a towing capacity. That's the max it can safely pull. Exceeding that, that's dangerous. You can damage your vehicle, could even cause an accident. The article really stresses knowing this number.
Got it. No overloading.
Right, and it's not just your vehicle.
Right.
Think about where you're going to store this thing and where you can even camp. Some campgrounds have size limits.
Makes sense. Wouldn't want to fall in love with an RV. You can't park anywhere.
Exactly.
Okay, let's move on to something super cool. Those expandable sleeping areas. Hybrid RVs are like transformers.
Yeah, it's ingenious. You have this compact camper for driving, then bam, you expand these sections, and you got these comfy, spacious beds.
Wow. So you get the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
More living space during the day.
Yep.
But you don't have to skimp on sleeping. Are there different types of beds you can get?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Some models have those dinette areas that fold down into beds. Others have slide-outs for bigger mattresses. Bunk beds are popular for families.
Yeah.
Think about how many people you need to sleep and, how much privacy you want.
So many options.
Each system has its pros and cons.
Awesome. So we've covered a lot so far. Figuring out what you need in an RV, exploring different models, thinking about size, weight, and those cool expanding beds. What's next?
Well, now we got to dive into amenities and features, all that stuff that makes RV life comfortable and fun.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
And we'll make sure it's not just a boring list. We'll tie it back to the kind of camping you want to do.
Perfect.
Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to our deep dive into the world of hybrid RVs.
Last time we talked about finding that perfect RV for your needs. And now we got to talk about something. It's not as fun, but super important. Insurance. It's one of those things you hope you never need, but you got to have it. So is insuring a hybrid RV different from insuring a car?
It's kind of like a hybrid itself. It's a mix of auto insurance for when you're on the road and homeowner's insurance, because it's also like your home on wheels, right?
Okay, so it's a little more complicated.
Right, your regular car insurance probably won't cover everything. You need special coverage for the RV's interior, appliances, even your stuff inside when you're parked.
Got it. So let's say I go all out and get a brand new, top-of-the-line hybrid RV, fully loaded. Would that mean my insurance would be more expensive?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like with cars, the value of the RV matters. A newer, fancier RV is going to cost more to insure.
Makes sense. So shopping around and comparing quotes is a good idea.
Oh yeah, definitely shop around. And look for insurers who specialize in RVs. They'll understand the unique needs and risks.
Good to know. Okay, so insurance protects us from the unexpected. But how do we prevent those unexpected issues in the first place? Maintenance, we touched on it briefly before. But what are some must-dos for every hybrid RV owner?
Well, let's start with something simple, but a lot of people forget about it. Tire pressure.
Tire pressure? Okay.
Yeah. It's crucial for safe towing and good fuel efficiency. Check it before every trip. Even the spare tire.
Makes sense. You don't want a flat tire in the middle of nowhere.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to prevent. Another important thing is checking those roof seals. You know those seams on the roof?
Yeah.
Water damage is a nightmare for RVs. It can lead to mold, rot, expensive repairs, so at least twice a year, get up on that roof and check for any leaks or damage, especially after bad weather.
Okay, roof and tires, check. What about the other systems, like the electrical and plumbing?
Those are important too. The good news is that regular checks can catch problems early. For the electrical system, look for corrosion on the battery terminals, make sure connections are tight, and check the wires for any damage.
And for plumbing?
Plumbing is all about checking for leaks around faucets, pipes, connections. And it's important to regularly flush and sanitize the freshwater tank, especially if you're using it for drinking water.
So it sounds like a lot of visual checks.
Yeah, exactly. You don't
Mhm.
need to be a mechanic to keep things running smoothly. But sometimes you do need a professional.
When should you call in the pros?
Think of it like a yearly checkup for your RV. Once a year or more if you travel a lot, take it to a qualified RV service center for a full inspection. They'll check the brakes, wheel bearings, suspension, all that important stuff that's better left to the experts.
So it's better to be safe than sorry.
Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about something that can be a little intimidating for new hybrid RV owners. Towing. It's one thing to choose the right RV, but actually getting it to your destination is another story.
Yeah, towing can seem daunting at first, but with practice and the right knowledge, it becomes second nature. You got to start with the basics.
Okay, so what's the most important thing to remember when towing?
Make sure your tow vehicle is up to the job. You got to know for sure that it can handle the weight of your fully loaded hybrid RV.
How do you find that out?
It's usually in your owner's manual, or you can contact the manufacturer
Got it.
and never tow beyond your vehicle's capacity. It's dangerous.
So no overloading the camper.
Right. And once you know your vehicle can handle it, practice hitching and unhitching in a safe, open area before you hit the road. Get comfortable with the process. Learn how to use the weight distribution hitch that helps balance the load, and understand the sway control system. Those safety features are really important for towing.
So safety first, always.
Absolutely.
What about actually driving with a trailer in tow? Is it a lot different from driving a regular car?
It is different, yeah.
Mm.
The key is to take it slow and steady, especially when turning or changing lanes. Remember, you've got a much wider turning radius now, and use your mirrors a lot. You need to keep an eye on traffic and blind spots.
Good advice. I bet backing up is tricky too.
Oh yeah, backing up takes practice. Go slow and make small adjustments to the steering wheel. It also helps to have someone guide you, especially when you're backing into a campsite.
So towing safely and confidently comes down to preparation and practice.
Exactly. The more you practice, the more you can relax and enjoy the trip.
All right, we covered a lot in this part. Insurance, maintenance, towing. But the real magic of hybrid RVs is the adventures, right?
Absolutely.
Next time we'll talk about planning those adventures, finding amazing campsites, and all the exciting possibilities out there.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned. All right, welcome back to our final part of our hybrid RV deep dive.
Yeah, we've talked about it a lot.
Picking the right model, insurance, maintenance, towing, all those important things. But now it's time to talk about why we're doing all this.
Yeah, but fun stuff.
The adventures, the open road, amazing scenery.
Freedom to explore.
That's what hybrid RVing is all about.
It's more than just a vacation. It's a chance to really disconnect.
From the everyday.
Yeah, and reconnect with nature,
Well,
with yourself, and whoever you're traveling with.
absolutely. And a hybrid RV gives you that perfect balance of comfort and flexibility. So how do we go from dreaming about these adventures to actually planning them? Where do we even begin?
Well, start by thinking about what you really want. What kind of experiences are you looking for? Are you drawn to mountains, lakes, coastlines? Picture yourself in those places. What are you doing? Hiking, kayaking, just relaxing.
I like that. It's about figuring out what excites you
Exactly.
and then finding destinations that match those desires.
Right, and there are tons of resources to help you.
Like what?
Online travel blogs, RV communities, even just talking to other RVs.
Oh, yeah. Word of mouth is always great.
You can get so much inspiration and practical tips.
Speaking of practical tips, finding the right campground is super important. There are so many options out there, from rustic off-grid spots to those RV resorts with all the amenities.
It's a lot.
How do you choose the right one?
Well, think about those core experiences again.
Right.
Do you want a secluded spot or a more social atmosphere?
Okay.
Think about hookups, dump stations, even pet policies if you have furry friends.
Right, there's a lot to consider.
Yeah, but there are websites and apps that can help, like Compendium and RV Parky.
What do those do?
You can find campgrounds, read reviews, even book reservations.
Oh, wow, so convenient.
Yeah, they make planning so much easier.
I'll have to check those out. Okay, so we've got our destination, we found a campground, now it's time to pack. What are some essentials for a hybrid RV trip?
Packing for an RV is a bit of an art. You got to be prepared for anything,
Yeah.
but you don't want to overpack. Space is limited.
Right.
Start with the basics: bedding, towels, toiletries, a first aid kit.
Of course.
Then think about kitchen stuff: cookware, utensils, food storage,
Yeah, you got to be able to cook.
and don't forget clothes. Make sure they're appropriate for the weather and the activities you'll be doing.
Definitely. Hiking shoes, layers.
Yep.
You never know what you might encounter.
And since you'll be outside a lot, bug spray, sunscreen, hats, sunglasses.
All the essentials.
And for those who need their tech, chargers, power banks, all those gadgets.
Got it.
Oh, and a packing checklist is a lifesaver.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
It helps you remember
But
everything.
you don't have that moment where you're like, oh, no, I forgot that.
Exactly.
Okay, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to touch on safety one more time.
Yeah, always important.
It's something to think about at every stage of your trip.
We talked about towing safety, but it's worth repeating. Know your vehicle's limits, practice hitching and unhitching, use those safety features,
And even when you're parked,
be aware of your surroundings.
secure your belongings, follow campground rules.
And if you're hiking or exploring, let someone know your plans, pack the right gear, and be prepared for changes in weather.
Safety first.
Absolutely.
Well, this deep dive has been amazing. We've covered so much. From choosing and maintaining a hybrid RV to all the adventures you can have. I hope we've inspired our listeners to hit the open road in their own hybrid RV. So for everyone out there dreaming of that, remember this. The perfect trip isn't about the destination. It's about the experiences you create along the way.
Well said.
Embrace the journey, connect with nature, make memories, and most importantly, have fun.
Happy travels, everyone.